Hi everyone, I'm Anna with Homes by Dickerson, and today I'm joined by Nicole from Merchandising Concepts, which is the staging company we use in our homes. We wanted to hop on a call today to talk a little bit about merchandising concepts, and if we're lucky, maybe Nicole will share some insider tips and tricks that you can implement in your own home. So we're going to get right into it. Nicole, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Merchandising Concepts?
Hi, yes, I am the staging design manager. I've been with the company for 3 years now. I just had my anniversary.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, I mean, I love it here. It's
Mhm.
wonderful. It's been a passion of mine to do this, and now I finally get to make homes pretty every day.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about merchandising concepts and how long you've been in the business and how this company kind of got started and what sets you apart?
Well, Coleman is the owner and president. She started the company about 15 years ago in her home,
Oh,
and
wow.
now we are two warehouses full of furniture for model homes and staging furniture. So we've grown quite a bit in the last 15 years.
Mhm.
And it started with just model homes, and then people needed help selling their houses. So that's how staging was born. And here we are today.
Nice. So this kind of sounds like a fun, constantly changing part of the building industry. So I'm sure you try to stay up on the latest trends and you work with a bunch of different types of builders that need different needs. So can you tell us about some of the changes you've seen in the industry with regards to staging and how it's used and perceived since you've started?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a huge change in the 3 years that I've been here. I mean, the furniture has changed,
Mhm.
how we stage has changed. It's gotten a little more um, realistic and not so cheesy staging, like with the fake fruit, and
Right.
now it's more like this is what your home will look like.
Hmm.
Nothing fake. We try to stay away from the proppy stuff.
Hmm.
So
Nice.
yeah, I mean, and we make it realistic, so
Right.
you
Things that you
actually
would probably
compare
actually
yourself.
own.
Yes, yeah,
Mhm.
attainable furniture.
Nice. So obviously we're in a time of change right now, and safety is the most important thing that we're all trying to figure out a way to adapt what we do each day to fit, what's going on. Can you tell us a little bit about the measures that you guys are taking at Merchandising Concepts to ramp up your health awareness and kind of new protocols during COVID-19?
Yeah, we are following the CDC guidelines.
Mhm.
Everyone has masks and we use them as needed. We have sanitizer. Every one of our installers has them in their bags. We have Clorox wipes, and we try to wash our hands like a million times a day. Or, it's crazy, but we're
Right.
making it work. We're still here doing our job, but we're making sure we're safe, and we want to make sure everyone around us is safe.
Right. Awesome. So, on a lighter note, can you share some tips and tricks on the staging process? You mentioned earlier that you work mostly with building companies and people who need to sell their homes, but I'm sure that you have a little bit of wisdom. You can tell just the everyday homeowner how they can kind of spruce
Mhm.
up their home.
I would say if you're trying to sell your house,
Mhm.
the biggest thing is to declutter
Mhm.
and take as much of your personal items out as you can, because you want the home buyer to picture them in their home and not you.
Right.
And you want to make it feel like this could be my house. So any like personal photos or like family items, you want to try to put those away, and you
Mhm.
want to try to declutter and not make spaces look crowded.
Mhm.
So if you can take away some furniture pieces that are oversized, that make a room feel very tight, I would take that out and try to brighten up the space. So if it's dark, use light colors, make sure there's a lot of lighting,
Mhm.
that kind of stuff.
Nice. So when someone is looking to sell their home or they're considering getting their home staged, what rooms are an absolute must and what rooms do you think it's less important to stage?
I would say your main areas, like your family room, your dining room, your master bedroom, are like the key areas that I would focus on. And that's usually what we focus on when we stage a home. And then the rooms that get forgotten are kind of the secondary bedrooms that, I mean, typically someone can picture what you would put in that, but if it's a strange layout, then we would stage it. But if it's a room that anyone can visualize, I would stick to staging the more prominent rooms first.
Right. Do you think it's possible to stage a home too much?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I mean, you don't want a buyer to get overwhelmed when they come in. You want them to appreciate the house, and you don't want them to be distracted by looking at too much stuff. So you try to keep it as minimal but effective as possible.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And then what do you feel about staging outdoor living spaces? Is it a yay or a nay?
That's also, it depends on the situation. I mean, if it's a smaller patio, I don't think it's really necessary. But generally, if it's one of the bigger sized spaces,
Mm-hmm.
buyers have a hard time visualizing when there's like multiple areas in an outdoor space. So then we'll put some stuff out there to show what kind of seating groups you can do, dining.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And then lastly, can you describe some of the top trends you've seen in 2020 and what are some new things that you've been putting in the homes that you stage that's kind of different?
We're trying to make it more minimalist, but
Mm-hmm.
also feel homey at the same time, as funny as that sounds. But the furniture we're trying to use is, like stuff that everyone would like. You have to appeal to a very broad audience. So we're not doing anything very specific, like crazy colors, or so we're keeping it very neutral, minimal accessories, but like big, beautiful vases with greenery. We're staying away from fake flowers as much as we can. We're trying to keep it as natural as possible because that's a big trend I've been seeing a lot of. And a lot of traditional furniture pieces are coming back,
Mm-hmm.
but in a modern way. So we've been kind of gearing towards that vibe as well
Nice.
because that appeals to a broader buyer.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
and unfortunately, with COVID happening, High Point has been canceled, so it's hard to get the trend. So it's a lot online,
Yeah.
and I've been seeing a lot of natural, moody, relaxing spaces.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Well, I know that I am excited to try some of the things that you talked about in my home and some of our homes here. And I know that everyone watching probably learned a few things, whether they're trying to sell their home or just want to refresh their space while they're working from home or spending more time inside. So thank you so much for joining me today. I had a great time speaking with you. Do you have any final tips or guidance you'd like to share with everyone?
No, just stay safe. Enjoy
Yeah.
your home while you can.
Yeah. Great. Well, thank you everyone for watching. As always, we invite you to visit our homes and see for yourself the great work that Nicole and her coworkers at Merchandising Concepts has done. And you can visit us at homesbydickerson.com to make an appointment or view our gallery and see some of their work. Thank you.